Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the battle for Brisbane land. We are in the match 2 of the best of 3 between Bold Krew, versus Hype Gaming for the semi-finals. It's going to be an excellent match. The first match on Cache went to Bold Krew, 16-14.
16-14, yeah.
And it was an excellent match. This time we're on Mirage. This is the choice of Hype this time, and we'll see what happens there. This is their picks. Obviously, you know, Bold Krew got their pick. They just won the round, so just on the map. It's pretty close. Yeah. And, you know, when we get into the game, there's a couple of people still joining, but if you want to break down some of the best plays of there and what they should do coming across to this one.
Sure. So in that Cache match, you did see a very aggressive playstyle on the T side from Bold Krew. That's always going to be the case with that team. They've got some very, very good aimers. They know how to play the game. They've been playing for quite a while now. They don't really need to rely on each other to sort of like team play. You'll see Mont just running around, headshotting people at will, and Nerox and Gunlock doing the same. So going into the Mirage map, I expect something similar. Obviously, we've got to wait for the knife round to actually see. If we see the Bold Krew guys start CT first, I think that's going to be almost a negative for them. It's going to put them in a situation where they actually have to hold lines, rotate properly, play like a team, whereas the actual Hype team seem to be actually rotating like a proper team. So if they play their CT, they're going to be fine. They're going to, like, comfortably... They chose the map. I assume they've got some stuff locked down for Mirage. So it's definitely going to depend on the knife. If Hype get the knife and go CT, they're definitely going to win the half. I'm not sure how convincingly. This is the weird part. If Bold Krew win the knife, I would like to see them choose T. I want to see them choose T because I don't think their CT is going to do much, to be honest.
Yeah, that's bold. I mean, it is a map that obviously Hype selected. So what they can do with it, they do look pretty good CT, I'd say, rather than Terrace. It's their strength to sort of hold it.
Yeah.
You know, put the boys on those positions, but we'll see what they can do. You know, probably not the best performance from all of their players. They looked pretty cohesive as a unit, but a couple of the individual players fell short, I thought. The AWPer for Hype sort of missed a couple of shots, and he was playing okay, but, you know, positioning wasn't that hot. But we'll see what they can do on this one. So
yeah, there's obviously a very interesting point. I mean, if you do see Bold Krew just play completely individually on their CT side, which is more unconventional, but if they just do it, if they just run around the map, push mid, push A Palace, push B Palace, and just get picks, they're going to win without effort. Like, I think they can maybe... The top 3 players on Bold Krew can stand up with the top 3 on Hype, for sure.
We were talking about AWPs before. Now, this is a map where AWPs are pretty prevalent. Would you see a double CT, a double AWP for either side here?
I haven't seen how a lot of Australian, like this level Australian, like Div 2, low Div 1, high Div 2 teams play Mirage. The international team do tend to try and put a fair few AWPs on this map. We're going live right now, so you should probably jump in. Yep. It's going to come down to money. It's going to come down to if the CT side choose to use heavy AWPs, because I don't think the Ts will really try to go for a double AWP on Mirage. And then if the CTs go double AWP, then the Ts might choose to do that to counter it.
You obviously didn't see Zeno's quadruple AWP T-side strategy.
No, I did not.
In the first round of
I did not.
Group C? No, it was a good one. They were down by so much, they just saved all these rounds and fought quad AWPs. It didn't work very well. But yeah, they're just getting eliminated here. This is a pretty good knife round. 2-2, and that is the final. Elim standing up there, picking up that for Bold Krew, and they will get to choose their side. Where they're going to go? They have voted to stay CT, so you said they should go Terrorist. Interesting. And so we'll see what they can do. This is definitely the side you want to start on for most teams.
Yeah.
And do you think that they can... is it more important that Hype Gaming picks up this pistol round?
I'd say so. I'd say any pistol round is going to be important. It's... I think that the CT side for Hype Gaming will be stronger than the T side. But it's still going to depend on how Bold Krew choose to play their CT, their own CT. If they play the CT how they conventionally play CT, hold the sites, try and like just team play, they're not going to get as many rounds, in my opinion, as they would pushing mid and stuff like that. So if you want to think about that and go back to the pistol round, definitely the pistol's going to be very important for Hype.
Yeah, so it is looking like they're going to come through soon. We're getting ready up into this, and it looks like they're going to restart the match any second, obviously, because it's not 1-0. But
Yeah.
we'll wait and to see what happens with that. Here we go. It's on. Again, if you're watching, this is a best of 3. This is match 2. Bald Krew, as you can see at the top, they're just counter-terrorists, but they are 1-up, and not 1-up as the team. That's a bit confusing. They are 1-0 in this best of 3, and if we go to overtime on this map, it's a best of 3 overtime rounds. That's how it sort of works in this. But
MR3 overtime.
oh, sorry.
Max rounds 3.
Max rounds 3.
Correct. Yeah.
We'll see how that goes, and if they can sort of get an advantage of this one. I'd love to see how it all starts off. We got Silix going to throw off a smoke into here. They do have not very many. They haven't bought any pistols apart from that one Tech 9. They've gone for a lot of smokes, a lot of armors. Not giving the armor Tech 9. That was an interesting strat we've seen a couple of times today, is just throwing the Tech 9 and the armor on a certain guy, so buying for someone else and just you run with barely anything. But it's going to be a fairly strong push coming in to the A bomb site. 4-man swarm onto Monty. Can he do anything? No, he goes down. This is where they all rotate back through their own spawn, and he's going to find a couple of hits there, Animus, but Nerox does get 2 on the other team, but he does go down. Rockfort taking down 2 in return. Nowhere looking out from this one and taking down Bigfoot, and he picks another one, so a good diffuse coming out here. So a good retake of the side there from Ball Krew.
That was an awesome fake by Hype Gaming. They put only one player committing to the B side, and they had 3 players rotate from mid and A to the B side. In the end, the CTs managed to fall all the way back through CT and win the round. I think the T's sort of fell into the trap of pushing that CT at CT stairs, and they got the pick, that's fine, but they really should have just smoked it off and held the post-plant position properly.
Yeah, and it is looking very good here for CT. They are, Ball Krew, of course, and we'll be looking to see what they can do. They've gone for a scout, interesting option. They're going to throw it on to who's left. He's got the money over the name. Nerox, yes. Let's see what he can do with it. All full eco coming out for Hype. They have got 2 P250s and put them out the front. Can they find anyone? Requiem finds one. Nerox gets one with the scout, and Mod Life picks up one with the B90. The bomb is going to go down, so probably the best they could have hoped for after getting that caught out. But it's going to be defused, and now they'll be able to buy, most likely.
They actually planted on the first round. This was a plant that was slightly unnecessary if they wanted to. I'm not sure what their buy was. Yeah, no, so that was, I think they might have bought a couple of armors and stuff.
On this round?
Did
they
no?
bought nothing. They bought 2 P250s.
Well then, yeah, they would have managed to have bought anyway. 800, yeah, so they would have managed to have bought anyway.
Right,
so
right.
What this is going to do is if they, so they choose to go for an AWP now. So yeah, that's what really helped.
I think even losing those rounds, they still were quite clever about how they spent their money, and that's really going to help them out. Getting a 3rd round buy instead of a 4th round buy, for example. We'll just have to see what they choose to do with this, because Animus is holding a pretty aggressive mid position. Let's see what he can do. One coming through from Connect. They're not really going to find anyone just yet. Someone staying down the smoke might hurt him in a second when it dissipates. Not going to find anyone yet. Finding the guy in tunnels, and Silix just picks up that one. And we'll see what they can do. Hype Gaming looking to come back from this one. They have the man advantage. And what can they do here? It's very slow for the T side. Normally they come in pretty hard and fast, but they are looking to hold this one fairly slowly. Not much movement around the map. Animus just holding that position. Silix doing what he can on this 6 HP. Not much left in terms of that regard. He's going to sort of flash up into there. This is a late A push here from Hype. Only 30 seconds remaining in this round. Will they be able to find anyone? Doesn't look good so far. They are going to pull across here as well. So they do have 5 men. 2 coming in. The bomb leading the way. Yes, and this is what Mont was sitting here for. He's waiting for that push. There's not much here. That should instantly burn him down. There wasn't much HP left on him, and Rockfort Actually does pick up one, though, so Mont goes down. So a good entry here. They had 3. 2 full health members with M4s up, of course, for Bald Crew. And they are looking to hold this one. Nerox and Elim going to try and force their way back into side. They are going to go for this one. Definitely going to push and see if they can make that a 3-0. But not looking like they're getting to side too easily right now. That Incendiary going to halt their progress a little bit. Going to have to jump over the box. Doesn't find anyone with that jump and shot. He might have found a bit of a tag, though. Let's see if they can do it. They're actually struggling to get in here, and I think the time is running out. I think they're just going to possibly back away from that one. They tried the entry, but coming from the same location probably wasn't the easiest method, and that's really going to hurt them.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Elim called that he was being smoked up at CT because Nerox rotated directly into him. Interesting choice. He could have chosen to go through the vent into window room / jungle. That could have been a better opportunity for them to pincer the A site on the retake. Managed to get 1 frag, but in the end chose to save the 2 weapons. Yep,
so they're going to hold those ones, and they've got pretty much the only weapons that came out for their side here. They got 1 M4 and a
4 for Famis as well.
Yeah, just that Famis, and a pretty good buy all for Hype Gaming. They don't have many grenades on 2 of their players, but we'll have to see what they can do with the remaining section. We'll have to see if they can get into sight. Not looking too crash hot right now. They are sort of sitting just under this window. Can they make any plays here? He doesn't want to stand up too high. That smoke going to block that one off with a smart play. We'll have to see what these guys can do, whether they find anyone on here. Silix looking for the spray. Finds one. Rockfoot taking down Nerox. Great shot there from him. Walking away, Elim also finding one onto Bigfoot. And they are going to switch over to try and push on this B side for the first time. Elim holding this one okay. He's going to flash up in there, up into the apartments. They're sort of coming from a couple of different spots, just pushing through that B short, through the pillars. They're going to plant, but I think he's going to go for the fake. Finds him, goes down to that FAMAS shot, but nowhere. Also goes down to the shot from Animus. Only 1 man left alive for these guys, for the Hype. Can they bring the Hype with this play? Doesn't look like it. He sort of walked around him, but he finds one. The bomb's still up. Can he find a second? Doesn't. Requiem picks up that FAMAS kill, and that is 3 rounds now to Ball Crew, and they've got the start that they really wanted.
Yeah, well, strange. I mean, like, Hype did buy on 3rd round. They managed to get that win with the bomb down. But it was important for them to try and win this consecutive round. What they've done now is stunted their economy, so they can't afford to buy. However, they did manage to get 3 frags. So if they do end up somehow pushing this round to a win, or even if they manage to drop some of these CT weapons again, just look how low that CT economy is. Like, it's really going to force them to possibly eco not in the next round, but the following if they do have to win the next.
Okay, so a 5-man push coming into this site from A. They actually find the first onto Mont there. Bigfoot finding one. Requiem getting the spray down. Picks up 2 with his M4, but Silic's going to walk right in on top of nowhere, and he goes down. Rockfoot did find one in the meantime. The bomb goes down, but they are all down as well. So that is that round over. And, you know, they got the bomb down, but they're going to hand this one over to a teammate.
In terms of a successful round, 2 frags, bomb down, it's not the worst. Not the best either, but now it's going to force 2 players to drop on the CT side, with 2 unable to rebuy for themselves. $3,600, $4,000, not able to buy head armor plus their primary.
Okay, so we'll have to see what they can do here. Interesting money buys here for Hype. They've gone that AWP again with not many grenades. Silix also only that smoke. We'll have to see what they can do with it. They do have all AK, so pretty close to a full buy. Just a couple of those grenades would have been lovely to have as well, but head armor's on everyone. We'll have to see how they get into one of these sites. It does look like a bit of a split push going through main actually at the moment, but nowhere. Takes down Animus with the AWP. 1 AWP piece on either side, and it looks like they are struggling to get into some sites until very late in the round. And I guess that's to be expected on some of these sides. We'll have to see. Nerox messing up his nade and bouncing it right back at his head. Nowhere also finds his second AWP kill of the round. And we'll have to see where he is standing and where he's getting his kill, because he's doing quite well. I think it was at that mid spot. Let's see. So we've got a couple of peaks coming out. So still 5 all up. No tagged at all for Ball Crew right now. They've got the definite advantage. Only 3 up for the T side. Bigfoot.
The CTs are using their nades really well. You see that they timed the smoke on 45 seconds roughly. It's going to put down that 15 seconds, going to force that 30-second push from any T's trying to take B. Missed that kill on A.
Mont also got a kill. Elim walks through and actually gets another kill. Will he find another through the smoke? Just has to wait it out. Just Bigfoot up there with a AK. Bigfoot's going to run away. Does he have the bomb? He does, so he could try and do something, but not likely against 5 members. He does have that 1 AK. He's
doesn't have time for
his
either.
time. Can he find any picks? Does not. Goes down. Actually misses that one. That's pretty unfortunate, but that was a lot of money spent by Hype for nothing, actually.
Well, yeah, look, now the CTs actually have 2 orbs. I'm not sure if they actually picked up. Was it one they picked up and one they bought? But anyway, they've got the 2 orbs. We're talking about the double orb setup at the start of this game. It's going to be interesting to see if it switches the meta a little bit, and if the Ts do offer to pick up more than 1 orb. I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, so this is actually looking pretty dire for Hype Gaming. They are taking this one. This was their map choice, and we'll have to see what they can do because they are struggling to get in here. And Mont is just going to sit there, and they know he's there now. Can he find any more? He finds 2, goes down. Not picking up the 3rd. Bigfoot getting that shot, but Requiem is waiting, picks up another 2, and now the bomb's out in the A side and gets picked off. Elim with the AWP on that one, strange, but they do pick that one up very cleanly. Mont picking up those 2 early flags, but then going down, so, you know, pretty easy there for Ball Crew.
Yeah, quite simple. Mont put himself in a good position to pick up the first. His teammates, the Ts did choose a good position to trade. So like they didn't like to let that first guy sort of just die and not do anything about it. Took a second guy down from Mont, and yeah, they got the trade eventually.
So easy stuff here for Ball Crew at this stage. They are really playing this one out well. It was much closer in the first map. Have to see how this one goes. Animus, he's very close to peeking around this corner, but Mont is waiting. They don't see each other. Will he peek him? He does. Didn't even get the headshot there, but did take him down nonetheless. So good play there from Mont. Will he find anyone else as they push through? They're still hanging around their own spawn right now. They do have all AKs, but definite disadvantage. And I think they are pulling a couple of people over. They've got really one, and they know surely he's coming out. Or maybe they'll think it's a bait, but you can see it all dropping in. The grenades coming out from Hype. Will they be able to find anyone as they come in here with a quick rush? No, it doesn't. There's Mont sitting under the scaffolding. Finds 3, goes down to Silix. It's Silix against 3. He's only got 23 HP though, and found with the P250 through the smoke. And that is Ball Crew picking up another round. And for Hype Gaming's choice, this is not working out well so far.
I gotta say, I did not manage to predict this match at all. You can sort of see Ball Crew up 7-1 on CT, and they're not really doing anything too fancy. I mean, Mont did get that early pick in Palace quite aggressively. It's worked out. He managed to fall back, support properly. Yeah, they're doing well.
It seems Hype just really are struggling to get into any site at all, whether it's through lack of, coordination or just Ball Crew being that good with their picks. They don't really miss too often on this map so far.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Ts could have... Like, they've definitely been changing it up. They've been trying slow, they've been trying fast, but...
A couple of frags coming all across the board there. 1 for Rekka and 1 for Mont, and also 2 coming across for Hype. So it is 3v3. They walk into this one. Nowhere gets the close range AWP kill onto Goomba. We'll have to see if anyone else can find one. Oh, the grenade goes on Animus's head and he dies. Silix, last man alive, gets dropped on by Nerox, and that is going to be the bomb defuse. So another round here for Ball Crew.
So if you have a look at the actual the round progression, we've had the Ts plant once, twice, 3 times, 4 times in 8 rounds. That's pretty decent. So they're giving themselves the opportunity to have the money to keep buying, but they're not really. So let's see, they've killed 3 people, didn't kill anyone. Kill 3 people, kill 2 people, didn't kill anyone, didn't kill 1 person, kill 2 people. They haven't been doing enough work with the buys that they have to actually... And I think they've called a timeout.
The coach has stopped the match. And he
Okay.
is obviously trying to steady the ship just a little bit.
Yes, for sure. I think that's a good choice from the level-headed Goomba. He probably is just going to want to talk to his mates, see what's happening over the map, see where they're getting picked, see why they're not winning those post plants. We were talking about how they were managing to get all these plants in. There were 4 defusers, one obviously the round that they did win. Why were they losing it? He's going to be asking them, his teammates, I think.
Yeah, I think just the low amount of frags coming out. They're not really finding anyone, though. I don't know if it's just they're not that experienced on this map, but like this is their pick. And they played this map a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but I don't know. They can't find any picks when they come into these sites. They find like maybe 1 or 2 on a rush and then just sort of collapse.
It's interesting. I feel like they have the firepower there, but they might have a bit of a mental gap. They might be trying to overthink it too much, trying to like play the team game, trying to trade frags, work positions that are logically favorable, as opposed to what Bald Crew would do and just like not think, just hit. You know, try and get out there, try and get the frags that they need, and then allow like smart players, clued players, to in the late round just pull it out for them in 2v1, 2v2, 3v2 situations.
Just pointing at some of the scores there. Going nowhere is 11-2, so great start from him. Of course, 6-1 also for Elim. Not dying very much at all. He's alive pretty much at the end of every round here.
Yeah, that's very important. Look at his money. He's got $11,000, even with Nerox and 11,500.
Yep, so we'll have to see if they can push into this side. This is the first time they've really gone for an aggressive B push, like on a quick push. We'll have to see what they can do. They're going to split it and go B short as well. Going to roll into this one. A couple of flashes coming out. This is looking good for them, but one of them had to walk through an Incendiary, and Silix and Animus take out 1 apiece. So this is a good start for their push here. Will they find another one? Gets tagged down a little bit. One more coming out. Silix. This is looking solid here for nowhere, but Requiem picks up 2 instantly, turning it back around, making it 2 apiece. The round is ticking down, though. There's not long left on these timers. Mont picks up 1. Goomba also takes down 1. Can he find him? No Goomba. So that obviously timeout working a little bit of wonders there.
Maybe. Yeah, they managed to get the bomb down on B for the first round, I think that was. Maybe the second round only in so far 10 rounds. They managed to hold the post plant, yeah, and they won the round.
It's good stuff there from Hype. That's definitely going to help out a little bit. This will be the last time that CTs can buy if they lose this one, but we'll see when that comes through.
It was important to know that only 1 T did survive, so you'll see that they just lost the round prior, so they didn't have as much money. So now Bigfoot's on that Tech 9 buy.
Tech 9 buy, a Galil as well coming through for Rockfoot. We'll see how they come in. They got for the same strategies last time. They're like, oh, it worked fairly decently. Let's just rush them. Pull a Ball Crew against Ball Crew themselves. And Bigfoot going to rush in. He's already got 2 with that Tech 9, and it is a 2v2 down already. Make that a 1v2. Goomba, last man left alive. Can he clutch this round?
Again.
Again. It'd be interesting to see the grenades coming out. Definitely knows he's in there now. Vulcan looking very good. Does he find him in the back? He does. Good start. He doesn't have the bomb, though. He's just got to go looking for it. He finds it. And Goomba keeping his team in the game.
Yeah. So he's essentially, with his individual skill, just won the last 2 rounds. I mean, obviously it's more similar 1v1, more easier 1v1. But that was a really good round by Goomba. He didn't overthink it. He took his time. He was patient. He got the kills.
Yeah, great performance there by Goomba. He's really stepped up since that that break. We'll have to see what they can do with this now. They're going for a similar sort of strategy, not as quick as they were previously, but they are looking to stack this B side yet again. They realized A was just not working for them at all. They're going to send 2 mid, though. Actually, the bomb going mid, so maybe a semi-decoy coming through onto this B with the 3 people. They're going to push forward. Nowhere. Already finds one onto Bigfoot in underpass. So not great for that start on that push. They're going to sort of see what they can do, but there's a couple coming down through mid. They're looking to find one, but Mont picks up Goomba. Good start here for this round by Bald Crew, and Silix finds Requiem as he tries to rotate into that A site. Not quite sure where he was going, but there is no bomb to be accessed for the terrorists. It is stuck behind where Mont is standing. He finds one, but goes down to Rockfoot, but nowhere finds Silix as he comes through connected. A good grenade there, almost landing entirely on his face. Gets tagged down a little bit. Does have the bomb. Can't really do anything. Goes down. That's better recovery from Ball Crew, and that is exactly what you want to do on that side.
Yeah, so they managed to get the bomb down in mid, which is unfortunate for the terrorists. They did look to go for that same B split that they were that they managed to get those 2 round wins off. But I think Gunlock put himself in a really good position by pushing underpass. Worst case scenario, he got fragged, but he got the information that they were doing what they were doing in the last 2 rounds again. And yeah, he managed to get the frag in the end anyway. Mont managed to get the bomb down top mid.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them. Eco round this time, going to be hard for Hype to get back into the side. CT is looking excellent as they try and push forward onto this one. Krew looking very, very solid now they've got these rounds back. Nerox finding the first frag there onto Animus, and also Mont finding one. Mont finding 2, Nerox finding another. Mont looking very good with this M4. His accuracy has been pretty spot on in some of these shots. And Requiem rotates, picks him up from sort of dragging his team along with him as they get back into this game. And it is looking good, and I just don't know what Ball Crew could do. They're getting outclassed at almost every place they turn. It'll be up to them to find some good, aggressive duels is what they're best at. And we'll have to see what they can do with this push. Can he find any? Silix finds one. Knows where the second is. Can he find him? He does. Bomb down. And that is great start from Silix. Exactly what they need when you go into that sort of play. It's just looking great here. Animus also finds Elim. And this is all turning sour for Ball Crew. They had such an advantage. No one really watching that bomb. I thought they would have sort of sneaked over and sat on it, but I guess not. They choose to sort of just hold their position. Hype Gaming only one round away from equalizing here. We'll have to see what they can do. Hype, they walk into sight. They don't really know where the bomb is because the bomb's often on an adventure back all the way back through spawn from B side all the way into the A side. Will they go through Palace or they'll go down the bot side of the ramp? Looks like they're going to go the Palace, but Bigfoot is waiting for them.
He's put himself in an awesome position right here.
See anyone? They sort of have an idea, and they find him not knowing there. That was a bit unlucky. Nerox. And we're going nowhere. Trying to go somewhere.
They've just got no time. They haven't. They
There's
know
5 seconds left, yeah.
they're going to try and keep their guns. They're not going to get money from this round because they're on the terrorist side losing by time. So if you have a look at their money, hold on, make sure they're not going to get spammed through a smoke. Have a look at their money. $700, $0 after that whole round. The other 3 teammates have $3 grand, not even enough to buy AK armor, AK head armor. So Requiem's forced AK body armor, so has Mont. So they've got 4 guns, and Ilium's going to go for that Tech 9 buy. It's 14-14. They need to force. They don't want to draw this match. They just want to finish it up.
They really don't. This is so even now. 14-14. Who would have thought that when we were like 14-4 or whatever it was?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
been a great streak here from Hype. They're really showing their class, and Animus taking down Nowhere. And this is going to be a push here. Goomba finds 1, finds 2. Animus also finding a 3rd, and that is going to be the round instantly. And they are on match point. Who would have thought that after the start we saw?
The Goomba Silix team, mate. They can hold that sight down with their eyes closed, I think.
Jesus.
Looks like we might be going to a 3rd map. I
Is
hate to say, I'm sorry, Mav, but it looks like this is going to a 3rd map.
There's no. This is...
Yeah.
Rockfoot still has that. And Animus takes down another instantly again. This is what happens every time. Animus is just instant fragging. Rockfoot double dak kills. And Animus takes down another one. Rockfort goes down. 1 left. And Hype Gaming win that match. Coming down from a massive comeback. That's a big choke. That's a big choke. And the comeback. Analyze that one.
Well, I did say I think they might have had some stuff planned. I'm not sure. We've got some pretty big people here who sort of know how these guys play for a long time. What do you think, Nate? Is GN a big like CT Mirage team? So yeah, I guess so they are. Yeah, I don't really know too much about that team. They did pick the map, so I'm hoping they did it not out of serendipity but out of logic, and they knew they could hold that CT down.
So we are going to Cobble for Game 3. I can't believe they came back on that one. And it'll be on real soon. We're going to take a probably 5 to 10 minute break and then come back for some more CSGO. Thanks.